In the coming days, all eyes will turn to Malaysia, where two of the world's biggest economies, the United States and China, are preparing to sit across the table once again. After months of tension, tariff threats, and political friction, the long-awaited trade talks are officially set to begin in Kuala Lumpur from October 24th to 27th, 2025. From the Chinese side, the delegation will be led by Vice Premier Lifeng, key economic advisor to President Xi Jinping. On the American side, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and U.S. Trade Representative Jameson Greer will represent Washington. Both sides are coming in with heavy agendas and even heavier expectations. These talks are not just about trade figures or economic charts. They're about power, technology, and control over the world's supply chains. At the heart of the dispute is China's recent expansion of export controls on rare earth minerals, materials that are essential for everything from smartphones to electric vehicles to military hardware. China currently dominates global production of these rare earths, and its new restrictions have shaken industries worldwide. The U.S. views these controls as an unfair weaponization of trade. In response, Washington has threatened new tariffs on Chinese goods, a move that could reignite the very trade war both nations have spent years trying to cool down. It's a delicate balance. Neither side wants to appear weak, but both understand how damaging an escalation could be. Beyond economics, there's a deeper layer to these talks. The negotiations come just weeks before a potential Xi-Trump summit, raising the stakes even higher. Analysts believe the outcome in Malaysia could set the tone for that meeting. If progress is made, it could pave the way for a broader diplomatic thaw. But if tensions flare, it could derail any chance of rapprochement between Beijing and Washington. Both sides are expected to focus on several key issues. The U.S. delegation is pushing for greater transparency in Chinese export policies, improved access to the Chinese market for American firms, and a reduction in subsidies that Washington says distort global competition. China, on the other hand, is expected to demand the lifting of some U.S. tech restrictions and a rollback of tariffs imposed during previous trade disputes. Economists warn that the talks won't be easy. The atmosphere between the two nations has grown increasingly strained, especially with both countries tightening controls over strategic technologies like semiconductors and artificial intelligence. But experts also note that both sides have strong incentives to find common ground. Global markets are fragile, and both economies are facing slowdowns at home. For countries across Asia, including Malaysia, Indonesia, and Pakistan, the results of these talks could be deeply felt. A successful round could stabilize supply chains, boost investor confidence, and lower trade risks. But if the talks collapse, ripple effects could hit commodity prices, manufacturing costs, and currency markets around the world. As the delegations prepare to meet, global investors, analysts, and governments will be watching closely. The setting may be diplomatic, but the consequences are far-reaching, stretching from the factories of Shenzhen to the tech corridors of Silicon Valley. The next few days in Malaysia could shape not just the future of U.S.-China relations, but the direction of global trade itself. Whether this meeting brings relief or renewed tension remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, the world will be listening. Channel JK World Reviews.